for something to let it go to waste with everything at stake. I thought I would take it all back. I just wanna make this thing last, but we're running out of time. We were doing alright, holding on, but I'm losing the fight. Could we run away? I know if we just hit ground, running, closing off all the world with no light coming in, bending before we break. Don't you know you and me, we can run away. You and me, we can run away. Run away, run away. You and me, we can run away. You and me, we can run away. You would never stay for someone that wasn't worth the wait. Counting down the days. I know when I'm moving onward, I just wanna trust in your word, but we're running out of time. We were doing alright, holding on, but I'm losing the fight. Could we run away? I know if we just hit ground, running, closing off all the world with the light coming in, bending before we break. Don't you know you and me, we can run away. You and me, we can run away. Run away, run away.
Your WhatsApp and all yours. G-Day to you, sir.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for joining us this Friday
One freaking good looking
for a little bit of Freestyle Friday, brought to you by BonerFPV. Shirts are available on his Teespring. I should have left that link down below, but I didn't. So BonerFPV, if you're in chat and you got it, send it to me so I can put it in the description. I would appreciate that. How's everybody doing? Happy Friday. Happy weekend. Let me get our music sorted here. Robot Lady is chatting.
coming up.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll add it into the description if you can just send it to me on Facebook or whatever, wherever you prefer. Today we have a new map by our friend BonerFPV. Quads in Space 3. We're back in space. I'm excited. I'm pumped. The thumbnail looks hilarious. The little spider robot things. I'm excited. Okay, let me get this link from him real quick and add it in, and then we'll proceed.
Dude, didn't you used to stream on Twitch as Head Snot?
I did. Yeah, a long time ago. What up? That's funny. I'm still heads, just a little less snot. But that changed when I was over there, actually. That change kind of happened naturally. That wasn't my doing. I had no say in the matter. Where's that link at? There it is. Okay. Let me get this sorted, and then we're in velocidrone. Okay. Good.
https://bonerfpv.myspreadshop.com/bonerfpv
Thank you, sir.
631F5B979A to B1B99
Literally the worst place you could have
There
dropped
you
it.
go, sir.
But thank you. I'll make it work. I don't think that link might actually not work. Okay, no, it works.
I think I used to watch you stream Fortnite or something like 3 years ago. That's wild, lol.
That is wild. That's yeah, for a time there was Counter-Strike, there was GTA, there was Fortnite, there was
Does the
Rocket
robust
League.
lady have skip reading links function?
I think it used to. It used to have an ability to ignore links, but I don't think it works anymore. It seems like it isn't, at least. Let's see. I got a new canopy printing for OG behind me. One of Rab's canopies. If anybody's seen those yet.
Hey howdy, hey all. How we doing? I was really good at Fortnite but hated the way the shooting was based on luck rather than skill, so stopped playing it. What up heads, happy Friday.
Happy Friday. How we doing? Alright, are we good now with that? That looks good. Alright, good to go. We're in there. Printer is printing. Oh, I brought the ammo 802s down.
Also the hacks that allowed people to shoot you through the terrain helped.
If you notice,
which canopy did Epo say?
One of them's black now. One of my motors. It's not blue anymore. What happened? Well, one of these new T-motor motors that are supposed to fly like a 5-inch, the wires somehow removed themselves from the windings. So, yeah, this motor's shot. It could probably be repaired, but frig all that. I'm not doing that. The canopy I was talking about is the Rab canopy. It's like a racing whoop canopy. It's big in the racing world. Kind of looks like an Eiffel Tower. This actually looks a lot like Eve's canopy for the dog bone frame. But anyways, it grabs your lens there, the little fingers at the top, and then there's screw holes in the sides and in the back so you can adjust the camera angle, which is kind of nice. Kinda, sorta. Alright, let's get rid of that. Leave that. Close
I've tried
3D printing
soldering
software.
the windings couple of times. It never worked out for me.
That's why I just skip it. I've tried before in the past, and
Okay, gotcha. Got one of those printed similar design.
I just leave it. Forget it. As soon as I saw that the wires had separated, I was like, no, I'm not even going to bother. But you know what I did was I threw one of the HGLRC 22,000 kV motors on because they weighed out to be the same weight, and it's the same kV. And I mean, even the bells look similar. So I swapped it out. I can't tell the difference. I've been flying it. It flies just as well as it did with all 4 regular T-motor motors. Whatever you want to make out of that. All right. We got our game launching. We're coming up.
You can even fly different KV. Works just fine.
Well, yeah, won't it just balance
I need new
out
motors for most of my whoops.
to one of the
all
lowest?
twitchy on arm.
Is that what it is? It balances out to the lowest KV? But yeah, I figured just to keep it even, just use one that weighs roughly the same.
Swap that T-motor bell on that HGLRC motor. It may work out. Yeah, FC does it auto-magically.
Ooh, yeah, actually that... I might try that. I do have another T-motor on the way. I have a replacement on the way already, so... whatever. We'll get it worked out, but... any fart. Here we are. The new BonerFPV map. We're in it. Oh god. Very close to the top there. Oh, we have a flick back we should get. Start the morning off right with a nice flick back. Into a building too, which is pretty sick.
Long as the magnets are the same.
Okay. Exit is on the flat part of the triangle. We gotta remember that.
Should work okay.
It's on this side.
If the bell is on with a clip, you won't.
Oh
Even
no.
1,408
Further
clips
down.
are a PETA.
Phew. Okay. First time on the sticks today. Give me a rest. Alright, let's have a look-see. These could be my favorite thing that he's ever made. Second favorite. These down here are my absolute favorite with the legs. I love the little spider legs.
Yeah, lost some clips messing with these tiny motors, haha.
Well, if you buy T-motor motors, they give you extra ones. It's almost like they plan on you having to take the bell off. But I am sad to say they do not fly like a 5-inch. Nope, they fly pretty much like any other 0802 motor I've tried so far. That is worth its salt. Uh-oh. Take your time, velocidrone. There we go. Ooh. I do like this little building here. This was a newer addition. I do like that.
Luckily I have a bunch of 18,000 kV NBD motors that I don't use because X4 whoops had issues.
Boo.
Used them for parts.
Yeah, I have a lot of random motor bits and bobs left over from previous experiments and trials and errors and all that, reviews. So I can find something to gut and make it work. Very nice. So if the war is already happening, does that mean we're not going to get a second version of this? Oh, wait a minute. I didn't notice a little... There's a little tractor beam. I didn't notice that before. That's really cool. Man's always doing some cool new stuff. I'm waiting for the rings to come back up. I wanted to try to follow them down.
I apologize if this has been asked. How can I fly this track? I know it's velocidrone.
This
Do
one...
I need an extension pack?
Eventually,
yes.
yes.
There will be an after match scene.
This is not released yet. This map here, but it will be, I'm sure, shortly. It'll be released, like in the next either today or tomorrow. But if you want to fly any of the other BonerFPV custom maps, they're you have to get the combat pack from Velocidrone's website. It's a DLC. I think it's like $4.99. IMO, really, really worth it. You get all of BonerFPV's custom maps. You get a bunch of other custom maps, stuff you can fly on, fun stuff. The combat pack otherwise is pretty worthless, IMO. outside of getting his maps. But I think his maps are worth the $5.
Thank you.
For sure.
Hey, huge fan of your style. Getting back into the hobby and your reviews of the affordable Darwin plug-and-play /BNF has been really helpful.
Oh, good.
Been trying to get the packs. Velocidrone keeps rejecting my card. No clue. Card
What?
works everywhere else.
Really? Have you tried reaching out to velocidrone through their Facebook group? Their Facebook group usually gets stuff answered really quickly.
No matter the device.
I'm glad the reviews have been helpful for you. And you said you're getting back in, right? Did I hear that right? Getting back into the hobby. Okay, well, welcome back. I hope you stick around. Hope you find something you're happy flying. And let me know if you have any questions.
The aftermatch map of this scene will be Carnage 2.0.
I will help as much as I can. The aftermath of this will be Carnage 2.0, huh? I believe it. It looks like it's about to pop off. There's a whole bunch of little unicorn bug, dragon head demon things, spider legs. All right, we haven't even flown in the big... This is a ship? Is this a big crashed ship? Yes, it is. Buried into the mountain. All right, so we'll go in and check this out. It looks like everything's going to be on a tilt again, though, right? Because he likes to make things difficult. Yeah, everything's going to be on a slight tilt when we go in there. This is about level. So everything... What's the tilt did you put on that? Or what is the tilt that you put on
Blue
that?
Whoops back in 2017. Hope to build a 5 eventually.
Oh, nice.
Funds are tight, so I hope to start with the baby ape and build skills while I save up.
That's a good idea.
Which flies more like 5 baby or tiny? It's a bit tilted,
Um,
not much, about 7 degrees.
Okay, yeah, you can really see it when you're inside. You can really see it when you're inside. It's much harder to tell when you're outside how much the tilt was, but yeah, you can really lock it in pretty quickly when you're inside and get the walls tilted.
Neither, only 5 flies like 5.
As far as one that like replicates the feel of a 5-inch, like close to it, or as far as like handles like one, whatever the larger of the two was, I can't remember now if the baby or the tiny was larger, but whatever one has the larger prop area is probably going to be the one you're going to want to go with. That'll have a little more authority, I think, is probably what you're looking for. But yeah, nothing really flies like a 5-inch. 5-inch, just the throttle response and like the resolution you have is so much different than with like a toothpick or anything like that. So it's a small adjustment to make, in my opinion. But for some, I could see it being a little jarring.
Try the Sniper MX 3.5. Feels and flies like a 5.
What kind of hardware does that come in with, the snipper? Or are you talking about just a frame? Because I think he's looking for a bind and fly. Also, if you want to get a lot of good practice,
4 flies like a 4, which is
flying-
superior to everything else.
flying in the sim is really helpful, more than anything.
That's only the frame.
Okay, yeah, he
The
might.
baby ape is similar to a 5-inch, but go nowhere near as much punch as a 5.
Well, yeah,
I enjoy flying my baby ape
That's a good
Pro
way to put
though.
it. Yeah, I think Darwin FPV makes some really good entry-level stuff for sure. Or just, you know, if you're just trying to have some fun and bash something and you don't feel like spending a fortune on it, Darwin FPV is definitely a good option. They make some good stuff. I liked it. I mean, as far as like, I prefer obviously ones that I've built that have all the parts that I want in it, not just some. You know, like have my preferred VTX, have my
You will
preferred
see when yours is
receiver and all
ready.
that.
You will be amazed about it.
Pyrodrone's
Okay,
sending me
thanks.
the last of my
The
parts.
3 looked more
that
responsive in
build.
your videos. I've put 40 hours into velocidrone, starting to crack top 100s on tracks in the sim, so I am feeling pretty good about my progress so far.
Nice, good. Yeah, keep it up. That's all it takes, man. Just lots and lots of time. More practice, the better. But yeah, I like Darwin stuff. So far, not bad. I mean, you get what you get. You know, you get what you expect to get.
I use mine to learn new tricks on, so if it breaks I won't have to spend a mint to replace it.
Unlike other things in FPV where you spend a fortune and then you get something that doesn't seem like it should have cost a fortune. But
those pink rings are also diveable. Sup homies.
What's happening? Those, yeah, I dove through one of them once. It's hard to find I couldn't tell where the exit was. If it's like, yeah. So I guess you got to exit before the bottom. I guess you don't have to. You could go out through this. It's just a little snug. Oh God. Get in there. Oh no! Oh no! It's a ceiling. Oh Lord. It's a little dank in here, bud. Can you guys see anything on stream? Usually if it looks dark for me on this monitor,
spirit animal.
Happy
Friday.
It doesn't look great on stream.
Good morning, Heads,
so
from Kansas.
Let me know.
Trying to get out of here before the big ass storm hits.
Oh, good morning. Good morning. Hello. Hello. Good morning from Kansas. Oh, hell yeah. Do it. Get on the road if you're not already. Get out of town. Get out of Dodge before that storm gets in there. I'm hoping there's supposed to be a storm hitting here sometime this weekend. I'm hoping we'll miss it. Because OG and I are supposed to meet up Sunday to fly and record. And I mean, we'll be able to record either way, but I kind of wanted to fly too, not just record. So hopefully we got some good weather for it, but we'll see. Usually whenever OG and I meet up,
this morning over this way.
It doesn't work out
here, especially this
fly.
early. Yo, Drucker, get moving and keep on keeping on. LOL.
Keep on trucking.
Word. Thanks for the advice, everyone.
Certainly. Anytime. Please don't hesitate. Anybody. We got an email. I answer it. It goes directly to my phone, so I'm usually on top of answering them. We got Discord, where we're usually in the chat majority of the day talking. And if we're not in there, there's somebody on the other side of the world who is and who's awake. You can hit me up directly on Facebook if you got questions. Heads McFlywhoop, government name. Let's not go announcing that everywhere. Is there anywhere else you can contact us? That's good enough. That's covered a lot of platforms. But yeah, if you ever need help with anything, do not hesitate. I like how this is all blown out in here. There's like little walls you can just kind of scoot through and go on to the next room. Oh god. I wonder how awkward an elongated triangle would be to trippy spin up. Oh Jesus. We just gotta stick to the fat part. There we go. Not so bad. Still not as bad as a rectangle. Rectangle has to be my least favorite. Wait, was it rectangle? Or was it oval? It's one of them oblong shapes. I hate doing it. Let's see how OG's canopy did. Oh yeah, it looks much better. Crisp. Nice and crisp. Alright, cool. Sweet. We also got some fresh GoPro mounts for the 5-inch, which I'm really excited about. Finally, have like an actual GoPro mount that's meant to be flown. For the longest time,
So how fun would it be to fly my F-75 in 20 miles per hour wind today? What about that GoPro
20 mile an hour
that turned out
gusts?
for yacht?
Not bad. Probably not bad. I've flown in 15 mile an hour, 18 mile an hour gusts, and it wasn't bad. You just gotta, when you feel the wind, like on your body,
Fun stuff, man.
you can, you just kind of prep for it. Like if you feel the wind kind of smacking you on the left, kind of start flying into it that way a little bit. Or what I like to do a hard punch into the wind so you get further away, kind of out, and then ride the draft back the other way. That's what I'm talking about. That's fun. Just digging your heels into the wind and then get nice and clear away from yourself, get some good distance, and then just give it a little throttle and some forward pitch and just let the wind carry you. Oh, it's so much fun. Just feel like you got a little turbo on the back of your whoop. That's always fun. It's a steady 20 mile an hour. Send it. Send it and then send me some DVR footage so I can see how it did. Experiments. That's what we're all about around here. Get out there and do some science. The GoPro mount turned out, the second print turned out significantly better than the first. I think the actual GoPro, the design that he did,
science that
is just not, my printer is just not ready for that level of things, overhang and everything else and support.
Make sure to tie a string to the hoop so it doesn't blow away.
It's not
more of a kite at those speeds.
It's not great,
face.
but
LMAO, what's the worst that can happen?
Way better than the original print that I did.
I love how you think.
And it takes 9.5 hours to print, so I've already printed 2 yesterday. My printer was just straight printing for like almost 19 hours yesterday, so we're all good. I'm good for now. I'll use the 2 that I printed. The one I reprinted last night, I did in green.
In the house today on my 75. What should I mess with to get faster flips in beta flight? It's too slow.
You want faster flips? Well, wait. So so there's a difference. Do you want to do backflips? Because this is a backflip. That's a backflip. Or a pitch flip, you can call it. That's a backflip, though. If you're talking about like this, that's a power loop. That's a little different. It's a little more elongated. You're going over an object. But if you're just going like this, just like a little pitch flip like that, like a little Mr. Steel, little like that, then yeah, you can move your rates up if you want. You're going to feel it everywhere else. Maybe add some expo in it. Maybe. I don't know. I don't play with my rates ever. I just leave it on the default beta flight rates. I don't adjust anything. I fly 667 on all access, no expo whatsoever.
I printed a couple Halloween things for my wife and daughter, and each print was over 28 hours.
Ew.
My printer hates me.
I bet. Oh man, just chugging along. That is something amazing about 3D printers, though. One, it's something Multi brings up all the time, is that you can, if you have your 3D printer like tuned and ready and level and everything, you could shut it off and just let it sit for like 8 months, turn it on, and just immediately print something and it's perfect. Which that's awesome. And then the second thing is that, yeah, they'll just print for 28 hours straight and then just be like, all right, we doing another one, or do you want me to go to bed, or should I keep printing, or what do you guys want to do? You want to get another drink? You know, your 3D printers are just like that friend that doesn't ever leave the party until you're like, all right, pal, maybe, do you have a home still? Or?
Mine just finished a 38-hour print.
Jesus.
I don't know, I've come back to some spaghetti monsters leaving my print overnight. Although it's never been tuned well.
There is that.
My
Prints can
printer
fail,
was like,
for
is
sure.
that all you got?
That happens. I've had prints fail. Come down to a little Brillo pad of PLA. Just kind of plastered all over the bed. It happens. Things fail. Electronics. Prints, random, if you think about what we're doing. I remember Callisto and I had, he's another pilot if you don't know who Callisto is. Good pilot too, he's on YouTube. and him and I were talking a little bit ago, and I sent him some dimensions for a frame that I had, and then I told him the type of camera I wanted to use in it, FPV camera, and it was like maybe an hour or two later, I get a file back, and it's the mount I needed, and then I was able to just print it and pop it onto my toothpick like that day. It was just all in a day. And Callisto and I were like I think we both did it, and then we realized later that we had done it. We both like told our wives about how cool it was, that we were just like, I could just ask him for something and send him some measurements, and then he sends me a computer file, and then I print a tangible thing that I can just put on my quad and fly. It's so crazy. Because Callisto and I are roughly the same age. We both had dot matrix printers when we were kids. Like, that's when you printed something. When you printed a piece of paper, it was like, you know, it was loud. It was obnoxious, and it was awful. It would leave lines through your prints and everything. It wasn't. That was just on paper, you know. And now you can print things, items that I can articulate, like right off of the board. Right off of the bed. Which is insane. And that thing was designed by some person who's on the other side of the world, who uploaded it to a website, and you downloaded it to your giant smart calculator that connects to the internet, and then sent it to
FYI,
a hot glue gun with a computer attached to it.
Rooms and tunnels in it. Also some dives, and all is connected with each other.
I keep not making it over there because you left too much fun stuff right by the spawn. Look how much stuff is by the spawn. It's too much fun.
Dot matrix printers were horrible.
Yes, they were. I ended up needing them again in my life, which really sucked. When I started doing tattoos, they used to use them to print stencils on transfer paper. You would use a dot matrix printer. So the price of dot matrix printers went up all of a sudden because it's like everybody needed them again. Whoops. I like that little, let me set a spawn point over there so I have to keep coming over here. I'm done playing with the spiders. No, let's just set one right here. Boop. Oh god. Good thing we set a spawn point there. Do these connect? Oh, it's off center though. Boo. You. Oh no.
3 tunnels on your right at your new spawn point.
Oh, I see, I see. Woo. Oh no. Oh god, there's a little lip. Oh, they're handlebars, okay. Oh, this looks familiar. Yeah. I remember this room. Where'd my little... Yeah, I like flying under these and power loop all of them. But now they're all tilted, right? Oh, yeah, they are kind of... Oh, God. It's hard to see through that smoke. Not gonna make it. Oh, yeah, we will. We're good. We're good. Everybody doubting. Get out of here.
I reused that part from quads in Space 1.
Yeah, feels familiar. It's cool. It was a cool little part of the map. I like cradling those doors. It's on a tilt now, which makes it a little harder. Oh yeah, it makes it a lot harder. That's a little disorienting. Oh god. Because it feels like it's turning for you, but it's not. It's just the angle of the ship. Oh god. I don't know what I did.
You thin K, you can fly. Prove it. Muhaha hey ay ay.
Oh. Was that there on the old ship? That open square at the top? I don't remember that.
No. That's new.
Nice. Okay. I wanted to talk to you about this. We got to do one or the other. We can't do both. This is so deceiving because I came through here the other night and I was like getting ready to just do like a little scoop, like wall ride, you know, and try to go through both. And then I realized there's a bunch of crap in the way and you can't go through both. And I was like, well, that's not going to work. We either got to block it or have the rings open, but we can't do both. I'd say have the rings open. I like the green rings there. But yeah, having the things in front of it. Oh.
Got it. We'll fix that.
Damn. I see why you... Okay, is this why you were saying that you should fly a toothpick on this map? Oh, God. Oh, no. This is sick. It's like a little engine room. Oh, God. Orientation. Woo!
Yups, that's the reason.
Oh, God. Oh, no. Ah! That little room's cool. Oh, no. Where'd that pole go? There it is. Come here. Trying to do a cockeyed trippy spin on you.
Where is a stateside seller of the Fractal 65?
Weebleed has them, don't they? I think Weebleed and maybe Tiny Whoop. Did Tiny Whoop have them? I don't know. Is Eve in here? I could find you one. I just, off the top of my head, I'm pretty sure Weebleed had them.
There
I know
is
he
a blue
carries
dive in that room and an extra hallway in the top.
Oh, I know he carried some of their stuff for a while. Oh, that was sick. I need to. All right, we need to play around with that more.
Hey again, ma man.
I like
good
doing that.
morning
Just doing
and
like
good evening.
doing a little yeet through it. Underhog, what's happening? WB. Oh gosh. Oh god. Oh door. Oh no. Oh god. There's a door. There's a wall. There's a floor. There's an everything. Oh, let's do that a little calmer. Do a little ceiling tap. Wind it back underneath the double gap. Boop. Ooh.
Is full send
spicy.
stateside?
Spicy. Yes. Full send is stateside. Yeah. There you go. Full send has them too. There we go. I should have known that. Because 2 fractal pilots live out near Full Send, if I remember right. So, I'm positive Full Send has them. And I know for sure they're stateside. Pretty sure their shipping's pretty good too, if I remember correctly. I've heard good things. Okay, sorry. Eve sent me a message and I thought it was about what I was just asking about, but it is not. Oh god. No, handle, stop. It's so hard to get the little forward whips in a tunnel that's like tilted. It's so scary. It's just constantly changing what direction you're going.
They are in co.
Yeah. Yeah. Colorado. Bolorado.
They only show the 65.
Oh, were you looking for the 75 in particular? I don't know that they have the 75. I know they have the 65. I'd probably have to ask Eve who's in stock stateside with. Are you looking for the bind and fly of the
I
Fractal
want the
75?
65.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah, then there you go. Full send. FP. They got it.
This fractal is a fun as hell.
Yeah, it is.
Might stay ductless.
Ductless is a good way to go. Until you start bending motor shafts, it's a good way to go. It's fun, but yeah, once you, if you fly, there's certain people that just don't bend motor shafts, so maybe you'll be good. But if you start bending motor shafts, it's not your motors, it's because you're ductless. Just keep that in mind for if that happens. But otherwise, yeah, let her rip. The fractals are fun AF ductless. And they handle the wind really nicely. Not the wind. Let's say they handle the outdoors. I don't want to give the wrong idea. Oh, good morning to you. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. I think
in the top is that extra hallway.
In the
Tiny
top.
Hoop sold out all fractal stuff ATM. Bent shafts mean you're going to hard LOL.
Whoop. Oh boy. Alright, let's go top floor and just explore down maybe. That might be the easier option. So we keep track of what we're looking at. Because I feel like we're missing. Alright, so this was way up top. So we got that little engine room thing there. There's a dive here. Big one.
Bent shaft is the most common bedroom injury.
It is.
I really like to get my hand on Fractal 75, but the currency is going nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, oh god, we're going to be doing
near the blue dive.
Some giveaway stuff. I can't tell you exactly what it is yet because I don't know. But we should have some like fractal giveaway stuff soon. I just don't know exactly what it would be. I don't know that it would be binding flies. Probably not. But I can reach out to him if you want. And I can see if we can get one out to you. I know he was putting together binding flies last I talked to him. He had just gotten a whole bunch of the frames and stuff in that he needed. The parts that he needed. Ooh, this little dive is sick. That little gap at the top too, you can just kind of yeet into. Yeet! Yeah.
Have you tried meteor ducks?
Yes, I have. Heavy, little tall, but not bad. I just, as far as for the 65, the meteor ducks are fine.
Is showing they have 65 and 75 fractal in stock.
There you go. As far as for
frames,
the 65 millimeter, dang it, the 65 millimeter with meteor ducks on it was good because the 65 millimeter, the Meteor 65 frame is good. The Meteor 75 frame, however, is trash. Those ducks break so easily for me. So I tried those on the 75, and I didn't like those. The Mob 7 V4 frame probably has some of the best ducks you could use for it right now. IMO. I mean, you could always use the V3 Mobula 7 ducks as well. Those are a little heavier, but you could always use those too. Those are strong AF. But the V4 ducks have been fine for me so far. I mean, I think I've broken maybe 2, but I fly it every day, and I fly it pretty hard, and I fly it everywhere. So it gets beat up. So I usually break like the strut off of the prop. Is there a way to get more entrances into this bitch? There's like, is there 2 entrances? There's one on each side and that's it? Or no, is there one over here? Oh, there is one. It's kind of hidden.
I have Warpig frames.
Just like blow some holes in the side or something. Put like explosion holes, you know? Where you can get in through. Something.
Only 2.
Are they here? And okay, there is only 2. Yeah, something in the center here. Like maybe blow one of these things out. Like, so it's like fell out, like it's on the ground or something. Fell behind them when they were crashing. Something. Just another entrance that's near the middle. make it a little more conducive to fly. Like you're gonna want to fly there. You wanna draw them in. Get out of here, YouTube.
The Carnage version will have an open ship.
Okay, cool. I'm down. Ooh, mama. No! That tilt when you try to do anything like straight. Like a straight flick like that, or like when I was trying to do the little throttle flicks in the tube. So disorienting. Things change on you that don't feel right. It doesn't feel like things should be changing, and they do. I like it though. It's a fun challenge. Is there just nothing in here? It's just open? Long ass hallway.
Nick Burns released Sinbad 30 review 15 minutes ago.
Ooh. Sinbad 30 review. Do y'all want to check that out? We can watch that. Always down to check out our boy Nick. See what he's doing. What he's chatting about. I saw he posted a short the other day. I'm proud of him. I sent him a message because we brought that up to him when we were talking after stream the other night. I had said something to him about that, and then or no, I think I actually said that. I did say it. I mentioned it on stream because he said it wasn't exactly a short that he had posted before, but he did like an actual short the other day. Did a little stick overlay too, a little stick cam. Hell yeah! Sent him a message. I told him to give him a couple weeks. He'll be meeting with the Kardashians. He's about to blow up. Doing YouTube shorts. Oh, get out of here. Please stop. Okay, so this is empty, right? We've crashed in here twice. Is there anything above this right here? Is there a floor above this? It'd be cool to make this like a little Immelman split S spot, you know? So you could Immelman up to the next floor.
Still 1 minute limit on the YouTube shorts.
If this
Sad
wall
face.
is missing, you know? If you could take this wall out, and there'd be another floor upstairs, and you could just kind of flick backwards up into. I don't know what's behind that wall, but... Oh, I guess maybe nothing, huh? There's a dive here. I don't know. You would know better than I, Mr. Boner, sir. Still 1 minute limit on YouTube shorts. Yeah, true, true.
I will make an extra floor above that.
Just to give that little cutout some purpose. Because right now it doesn't... There's nothing in there. It feels kind of like there should be.
YouTube shorts get an insane number of views.
They do, yeah.
I posted something as a short to show a friend and it got thousands of views.
Yeah.
More people watching were probably like, WTF is this?
Well, it gets thousands of views because it auto-plays for people when they swipe, you know? There's a lot to drawing people into watching a video, and the majority of it comes from your title and thumbnail, because that's all they see first. Like, when videos get a lot of views on them, when people are like, it's because it's a good video. Like, yes and no. Like, you can't know it's a good video until you clicked on it and watched it, unless somebody sent it to you, and that's where videos blow up, is when you start having people share it, and it gets, you know, share it on your Facebook. Make sure to share, like, subscribe, send it to a friend. Tell your grandmother about it. Tell all your coworkers. But yeah, with shorts, the YouTube shorts are very deceiving. So there are a few channels. Aviation's a good example, actually, a really good example. He did, like, one of his shorts has like 10 million views on it. It's something absurd. When we talked to him, it was like 9 million. And I'm pretty sure it's over 10 now. But not doing anything special, just flying around in his 5-inch quad, nothing crazy. Talking over it, little stick cam footage. Got like 100,000 subs off of it. easily 100,000 subs off it. But he said when he posts like normal videos, it doesn't get, I mean, it doesn't get anywhere near the same amount of views as the shorts. So, yeah, I don't know. I was going to go the same route. I saw people were kind of popping off a little bit with shorts. But I don't know. I don't care about the sub number. You know what I mean? Like, sub number doesn't mean anything. You could have a huge sub count, and then you post a video and it gets 100 views. It's like, the sub count matter if nobody's watching it. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to avoid shorts for the most part. I'm going to just post them like here and there as I do. Just some short ones. Some brief ones here and there. But I'm not trying to lean into the shorts too much. I don't know. I feel like it buffs your numbers in like the wrong way. You don't want to do it. Buff your numbers that way. Like people that do sub for sub. Sub for sub is silly because they're not subbing to you to watch your content. They're subbing to you to sub, and that's it.
I like shorts because they align well with my attention span. Yeah, I got 8K views and 200 likes on my cat video in 2 hours. Last short I posted, I flew a 5 under some bleachers through a tight gap and got maybe 10 views.
And that's what I mean. That's exactly what I mean. Is it you could do something amazing. Like there's the short that Aviation did. Compared to some of the other stuff he does, Aviation's an amazing pilot. He wasn't doing anything crazy in that video. I mean, he's literally just cruising around a park in his 5-inch quad.
Shorts algorithm is brutal.
And that's it. And it popped off. It's like 10, probably 11 million views by now. Huge. He went from like a couple hundred subs to like 100,000 in a matter of like 2 months. It was insane growth. And it was from like 1 or 2 shorts that he had posted that just popped off. But then we were asking him, we were like, well, what does it look like otherwise? Like, you know, when you post anything else, and he's like, it's not the same. And then I noticed that too, just with our stuff. We had one of our shorts get like, I don't know, 40,000 something views on it. And that was when I first started getting a good look at the analytics from it. And I was like, I don't like this. I don't want to keep doing this. This seems really bad for your analytics. I love the people who do
third-person titles on their own shorts. It makes me want to smack them so hard.
Yeah.
Crow stealing my pipe short got over 850. WTF LOL.
There's also people have been if you go to their actual video archive of their YouTube channel and click on shorts, look at their titles. Some people just it's literally they find a title that worked and it's just copy paste. There's like 1,000 shorts and they're all titled the same thing. It's got like some goofy emoji in the title and the little, you know, the dash emoji. Like the, whoo, going fast, that fast emoji. Yeah, and they'll just pop off for one title, and then you look through their stuff. It's like so easy to figure out the numbers on it.
Person that you would like to take life advice from. Really fun to talk to.
Yes, yeah. That's why I told Nick I can't wait to have him back on to talk to him some more. Because yeah, it is. He's a great person to take any kind of advice from. He's got a very good. He's got a very good. A very good problem-solving process, I should say. The way that he approaches problems in his life is very. It's a very smart way to do it. It's very clever. Not clever. I don't know. He's smart with everything that he does. He thinks about things. He doesn't act quickly, which I can appreciate. I feel like the older you get, you can go one of two ways. It's either you get fed up with everything in life and you just want everything to hurry the hell up. I just want to hurry up and die. Just get this over with. Or you slow down to the point where you start to figure out the ins and outs of life and how you should handle certain situations. And I feel like Nick has absorbed tons of that information through his life. He was really wise about it. So yeah, I agree. I'm looking forward to talking to him again. Now that's fastest drone. Yes, exactly. Precisely. Yeah, I don't know. There's a whole bunch of those too, wasn't that a thing that like popped off for a while? Was everybody just dogging their 5-inch quad? Just seeing like can you guess how fast this is going? And it was just like some professional racing pilots that are just dogging their 5-inch to make a little meme video. I don't know, man. Somebody said it earlier, and you're absolutely right. The algorithm for shorts is just absolute savagery. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Hey, Spawns, what's happening? How you doing? Long time no see. How you been? Oh, I like that little green spot back there.
Did you have some time for that Halloween map clip?
No, I didn't. I didn't even realize you wanted me to do one for the Halloween map because Halloween had passed, but I will do one. Yeah, for sure. My bad. I didn't even put it on my list of stuff to do. Yeah, my fault. I will. For sure. I'd love to do a Halloween video. It's like my second favorite thing to do, video-wise. Besides FPV stuff, Halloween stuff, it's up there. Big fan of horror movies, if you couldn't tell from our We Bleed video.
No rush. Nah, it's weekend.
Get in there backwards. Yeah, I'll try for this weekend. I'll try for this weekend. I don't know that I have a whole bunch going on tomorrow morning, so I should be able to get something done. After stream today, I gotta go redo the caulk in my shower. That hasn't been done since we moved in, and it is
getting on this game to do some flying cause
I have
funky. Not been flying for a bit cause broke my VTX, so thought it's time to go digital.
Damn. Broke your VTX, so just straight up went digital? Hell yeah. Well, yeah. Get in the sim. Get them fingies warm again. No, no. That entrance is a little scrawnier than this one.
Yep, got the walk snail, just waiting for Monday to get it.
Oh, okay. Nice. Well, you have to let me know what you think of it. Damn it, did we really crash? Trying to land and set a spawn point on a crooked ship. Maybe if we face uphill, it won't get angry. There we go.
100% will let you know.
What just happened? Just like rubbed up against the ground and it broke our back props off. Yeah, I'm curious about that. I'm sure a bunch of people bought it when it went on sale. That little deal that they're doing for the walk snail kit is pretty cheap. Pretty tempting, I can tell. Oh, there's a wall there. Ooh. Oh, hang on now. That's what I want for down there. That same kind of spot. Ooh. Now that's a lot of damage. Purple shit going on. Some green. Red. That's it. This is a pretty neat room. This is a sabangy bangy room.
Bucks.
Spang! Spang! That's how they do it, right? Spang! Spang!
Love that they're telling us they're covering the loss when the reality of it is, they're making 50 to 80 each kit they sell.
Yeah, right. And then aren't you going to have to buy more
the infrastructure to use it?
Yeah, then you got to buy other VRXs and stuff.
BTW chat or heads, do you know it? I can run a 35V 470 UF cap with a 50V 470 UF.
I don't know. That's outside of my pay grade. I have no idea. Oops. I would do like another 10 on this, and then I gotta give the old fingies a rest anyways. I gotta fly more today, and my thumbs are already getting chewed up. I think today's gonna be the last day I'm gonna fly these Ammo 802s before I do the review, so I should have a review with those pretty soon. Spoiler alert, they do not fly like a 5-inch.
The way I look at it, it's almost the same as a DJI VTX, so I'll try it.
Yeah, give it a whirl.
DJI Avata is superior in picture quality and reception. Even Bardwell thinks DJI is the better system. How's weather over there? Working on that extra floor now with extra openings.
Weather over here, pretty good today. Very bright outside, looks awesome. I'm looking forward to flying. Actually, let me do a little wind
But
check.
for the money, it's definitely unbeatable. I can't wait, cause I like that.
I don't
you
see the
can
trees
go really
moving at
far
all.
without breakup.
Might have a pretty still day here. I know we got a storm moving in this weekend, so hopefully this is the calm before the storm and I can get some flying done today. That'd be sick. I want to fly the Odinata today. I got to rebind it because I'm an idiot and somehow cleared my bind yesterday after flying it, or in the middle of flying it. Just so happened to do the right stick input accidentally while I was cleaning dirt and fuzz out, dust from my gimbals. So I got to rebind that, but I'm flying the new Happy Model 08, or no, I'm sorry, the new Happy Model 1002s on that build. So I should have a video on the 1002s coming soon. And then we'll have the Ammo 802s from T-Motor.
Good old dusty gym balls.
OG should have a video with the newbie drone, Hummingbird, the new one, the Bind and Fly. He should have a video next week with that, I believe. We should have some stuff. We got some stuff coming. We have a fun video we're trying to work on and get done. Hopefully Sunday we'll get some work done on it. It's not going to be ready anytime soon. We still got a lot more to do, but by the end of the year, it should be ready, and it should be a pretty good one. It should be pretty funny, hopefully. We'll put a lot of memes into this one. But yeah, maybe we'll let it out like around near Christmas time, probably. I imagine we'll be done. I'll be done editing, and we'll be done filming and everything by then, hopefully. But yeah, we got some stuff coming out, some stuff in the pipeline, as some folks like to say. So this morning, Weebleed restocked on some diamond ELRS boards. So I ordered a couple of them bad boys. We got a couple of them on the way. I think I ordered 3. Oops. Got a pyro drone order coming in today. That's got all the parts for BonerFPV's build. The sniper frame, that's almost done. I don't know how much of a video I'll do on that. Maybe just a little freestyle fun video with it. Or something else.
Wait, when did they add the Castle Snesnik map?
The what? I don't know. I'm not sure which map you speak of.
Because the building was broke, now it's not.
I don't know. I'm not even sure which one you're talking about. Which map? Oh god. Oh no. Smashed right into my Dell PC. Oh, this is wonky flying down these cockeyed hallways.
That map is not so new. It has been a while.
Goofy spider dragon unicorn things.
Never seen it without the broke building.
Well, there you have it. Now it is unbroken. Are the beams, is this solid?
Looks like a
Oh,
fun
it's
map.
not. Okay.
Hit the gaps down the green beam.
Can you? The little rings? They look like they were kind of off to the side a little bit. I guess maybe on the back end of them. Oh, those are solid?
Try.
Wait, is the beam solid or no? Oh god. Oh, that's a little disorienting. Beam's kind of cockeyed. You gotta kind of dive like
Boom.
a little bit of an angle. Hoi! Oh god, get in there. Oh. Yeah, that is a little disorienting. We'll have to work on that. I gotta figure out what the best like angle is to attack that.
I see a trippy spin through the rings.
Oh. Through the rings?
Hell yeah, man.
Oh, jeez. Oh god! Get knocked around by him. Oh man, that is a toit trippy spin. Nah, there's no way. I'm all cockeyed. Oh god! Oh no! There's no way. Maybe after some practice.
Haha.
Excuse you. Up
Can
and
you
over.
explain how you trippy spin a big and small OD pole? That's too tight, but you are a sender for sure, bro.
Yeah, the difference is for a wide, just don't think about being upside down or backwards. Don't think about any of that. That messes you up so bad. Just think about being right side up. So if you're doing a wide orbit,
is everything you use to make the maps in the track editor?
you know, you kind of figure out how you're working your throttle mainly, where you're mixing your yaw and your roll to get your orbit, and then just kind of invert that. But don't think about it too much. Don't think about the fact that you're upside down. Like that, that's really what's going to screw with you. So but you're just keeping that circle wide. And then when you want to tighten it up, you just, like you would if you were tightening up an orbit, you just imagine like you're circling down a drain, you know, and you just get it a little tighter towards the center. But again, don't think about being upside down. That it's hard not to think
All
about
is
it.
made by the editor. No tricks up my sleeve.
But for yeah, smaller diameter, you just tighten up your
Smash that
roll,
like folks.
your roll and your yaw. Just get them a little closer together towards the center. Oops. Man, all right, hang on. We did it earlier. It's hard to trippy spin anything that's like elongated like that. Like ovals, rectangles, and elongated triangles apparently are also a little A little spicy to trippy spin. Oh god, get in there. There it is. But it's just finding your...
Did you say you broke your baby tooth?
Find your, you gotta find your center point.
Have you thought of making a tutorial on how you make maps?
Say you broke your baby tooth. If you're asking me, I never had a baby tooth. Toothpick, that is. I had baby teeth, obviously, but I didn't ever own one, a baby tooth. I think Boner actually does have tutorials available. I reckon. He can answer that for sure, but I'm pretty sure he does. Trippy spins are a lot more complicated sounding than they actually are. You just don't think about the upside down factor.
On ohm.
That's the hard part. Oh Lord. Oh boy.
Already working on some. Okay, can't wait to see that.
Oh, we missed.
Thanks for the tips. Sounds like I need more stick time, lol.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, that's really what all of it boils down to.
Man.
Yeah, for sure.
Sim?
Just always more stick time. Always helps. And find, here's a tip. Find what you're uncomfortable with and practice it until it's walking, basically, for you. Find your uncomfortable areas, though, and work on them. Don't just go out there and juicy flick all day because you know you're good at doing juicy flicks. Nobody wants to just watch you do juicy flicks all day, you know what I mean? So, yeah, figure out what you're really bad at and then just practice those forever. Like, I used to be really bad at those, the nose-up cradles, and then I just practiced them all flipping day, doing them around myself, doing them around trees, doing them through, like, little gates, just to get used to flying nose up and sideways, which is hard, but when you've done it enough, it's like mowing the lawn. You just go out there and do it. So yeah, that's one of my biggest things that I do is I'm a glutton for punishment. So I love finding things that I'm really bad at.
Practice things you suck at.
Yeah.
I'm practicing Mattas currently.
Practice those until you're red in the face and you can just do them essentially with your eyes closed. Not really, but basically with your eyes closed. Practicing Maddies currently. Maddies are a unique animal. A very unique animal. Maddies are a lot to do with
but I don't break my lawnmower every time I use
going
it hard.
into the Maddie, about finding where you're going to exit and lining that up. And, oh God, we're in a 10 degree or 7 degree tilted ship, so excuse me if I'm missing the gap completely. But, yeah, planning ahead for that is the biggest part. And then just controlling when you're flat, knowing when you're flat and upside down. Or I'm sorry, flat and backwards to be able to travel backwards. So you gotta summon your inner cricket and just do a lot of backwards flying. But get used to flying backwards under things like that, and Maddie flips will come a lot more naturally to you. Oh.
I fly with cricket and it's still hard sometimes, lol.
That's true. This room up here can get disorienting. I like these. That when he does these, like the ceiling kind of looks like the floor. And you can just do some hang time stuff and kind of get yourself lost in what direction is up. Those are fun. Those are good challenges on yourself too.
Using?
I use the V1 T-Lite by Jumper. which they hit me up. I was talking about this last night on stream. They hit me up and are sending me the V2 to try. So I should have the V2. I got a shipping confirmation. I think I should have it next week. So I'll do a review on the V2. But this is the V1 with a custom shell, Tweet FPV grips on the back and the top, and then mini
Nice
AGO1 gimbals, because the factory gimbals gave out on me after about 7 or 8 months. They started squeaking. So now we have the mini AGO1s in there, which are nice. Nice CNC gimbals. Last thing I want to do to this radio is change the LED light color. I don't like it being green on a red and black and white.
Trippy spins just rolling
controller.
orbits.
Trippy spins are just an orbit inverted. So instead of looking nose down and forward, you're looking nose up and away. So instead of looking down and forward, you're looking up above you and you're spinning kind of like away from it almost, if that makes sense.
Squeak like Zorro.
Yes, but after way more time. I put at
Jumper
least
is trash.
I put
I've
at
been
least
trying
like
to email them
30
for a few weeks, no answer.
30 40 hours every like couple weeks, every 2 weeks maybe. I put 30 40 hours on my radio, and that jumper, those gimbals lasted forever until they started squeaking, and then it got squeaky and that was it. It just got worse and worse and worse really fast. But it lasted about 8 months, 7 or 8 months with nothing. I took it right out of the box. I never put grease on them, nothing. I just took it out of the box and started using it. Because I'm a firm believer in your radio should be ready to use. I know people are like, well, you should grease it. Okay. Is grease really that expensive that they can't do it while they have the radio open already when they were building it? They can't just put a shot of grease in there for me? Come on. Give me a break. So yeah, if you get a radio out of the box and it's squeaking, the gimbals are squeaking, there's no excuse for that. Come on. Give me a couple months worth of use before it starts squeaking. For God's sakes, not 5 days. It wasn't even 5 days. By the end of the first, I think, 12 hours of me flying it, it had been squeaking. I really like that little gap you put up there. I like this a lot. Having that opening there changes the dynamic of this wall so much. This wall was only for cradles or like delayed half matties before. Like the little stall half matties through it were kind of sick, and then you could even pendulum back through. But having like a little loop there at the top to Maddie and power loop through is sick. Whoops. Big fan of that. Jumper's trash. Their customer service has been trash for you? That's no good. I have not had to deal with their customer service yet, so I can't speak on that. But as far as their products go, compared to the Zorro, I like the T-Lite a lot better. I've used both T-Lite more than the Zorro, obviously, but I did give the Zorro a fair shake. I used it for, I think, a week of every day flying it with everything. Flew it in the sim, flew it with all my whoops, all my toothpicks, everything. So, I don't know, I couldn't find myself liking it. I liked Edge TX. Using Edge TX was cool. I like the screen on the Zorro. I just don't like the placement of the screen. The screen's nice and bright and large. It's just not in a good spot. I don't like where it sits.
Impossible to reach. I've even tried sending from different emails.
Damn. Sometimes you just gotta jump in their Facebook group and call them out, man. All right. When's this one going live? Ooh. Get down. Relax. There's like little rooms.
Maybe Jumper is busy with lockdown again.
Nooks and crannies everywhere. Whoa. Yeah, I can definitely see this back area and that motor room being a toothpick area for sure. Oh my god, dude, the tilt
Tomorrow,
of the
I
whole
have to
world
fix some things.
is insane. Trying to just go through that little gap right there. As you're diving down into it, the gap kind of like turns away from you with the angle of the ship. That's wild. Well, I like this one. I'll be flying it again tomorrow night. We'll have an open lobby so everybody can hop in and fly. May or may not have the updated version by then. It may or may not be live by then, but we'll have an open lobby either way. So you guys can fly around and give it a whirl and try it for yourselves. Let's peep that new Nick Burns.
I will
Jammy.
send you the new version soon.
Okay, cool. Thanks, sir. Film to fast. Better than Synlog. See, now that's one way to make a... That's one way to make a title. Mr. Burns? That's good. I like that. Because didn't somebody else that we know just do a review on that same thing? Am I wrong? Was it him? I'm pretty sure it was. Mr. Camps. Didn't he just do one? Yeah, he did. So, so there's one. That's one way to label your video. Putting DJI Avata in all caps first thing in the title. Or you can compare it to the Synlog. Pretty good comparison there. All right, I want to watch this. Let's see what Nick's talking about. How long is it? We may jump around.
And for those that have followed the channel all these many years, you might know that the GepRC Synlog 25 was one of my favorite sort of Synwhoops at the time, but I didn't pick it as my favorite.
Wait a minute. You mean to tell me you're comparing a GepRC new product against the GepRC old product? That's silly.
Hello, everyone.
Just because it
You should
does the flat,
obviously
slow climb real well,
be
but
comparing
it
it to
flies like I
DJI's
want
new
to fly.
product.
So in this category, this is my favorite. Now, one of its
Duh.
biggest drawbacks, and I've heard from many of you, is the prop protection durability. These tend to break quite a bit. They just don't stand up to our typical quad crashes. But in this Synbot 30, this thing,
Wow.
it's a lot more hardy. Now, I'm not going to do a typical crash test. I didn't say it was indestructible, but we must...
I was hoping it
to-
would smash
And look,
into the chimney
my naked
more.
camera here does not come with this kit. GepRC has their own naked GoPro. You can
Snap, crackle,
select to buy that
duct.
from GepRC if you choose to at that time. From those of you that might be interested in just the frame, it is called the Gep-CT30. Just a little bit of information for you there.
That's
This
a
is
cool
the
looking frame, actually. I can't tell. Are the front arms stubbier than the back? Or is that just the angle he's holding it? It's hard to tell. It almost looks like a little stubby arm dead cat frame almost. At least from this angle. I like this Flywoo
It's
naked
called
camera.
the Gep-CT30. Just a little bit of information for you there. This
They
is the
look
6S
super
version,
short.
so I have the 1804,
I like that they're using wider
2450.
stator motors here. Makes sense on the Cine stuff. Nowhere
It does.
else.
Yeah, it
KV
does.
Motors.
I
The
agree,
4S version
too, that it-
comes
yeah, it
with
doesn't make sense anywhere else.
3450 kV. And our prop is the T76 from HQ. That wire shouldn't be out.
But they'll be
that's what I'm
damned if they're
saying.
not going to try.
You might be able to see the USB port for that all-in-one flight
Oh,
controller
yeah.
down
There it is.
which is the GepRC F722. It's a 45 amp all-in-one, and this is the V2 in that category. So obviously we have USB port to our flight controller.
1404.
Down in this little
Synbot
hole
use
down here, that's where our USB
1804.
Oh,
port is to our
That's a good
Vista
call.
Link, whatever you want to call it nowadays. Also, if you angle it a bit,
What is
you
it?
should is to our to our flight controller. And down in this little hole
Oh, okay,
down
that's
here,
the
that's
Vista
where
one.
our USB port is to our Vista Link, whatever you want to
Gotcha.
call it nowadays. Also, if you angle it a bit, you should be able to get to the bind button as well. I put my receiver out here on the arm again because I really found it very, very difficult to get this receiver not inside, but to work on the soldering without disassembling too much. Although to take the frame off, you only have to take off 6 screws. It's just the combination of the wires and everything kind of being intertwined within the stack.
Nick's like,
Unless
I
you have
couldn't be
EP1
bothered.
receiver. I think it's an EP1. An Express
Strap
LRS
that
receiver
bad
out
boy
here on
right
the
onto the arm.
Works just fine. Not very clean. Definitely not very crash proof. We have our soft mounted
Whatever.
camera platform.
It works.
But it only moves up and down.
At least if you break your receiver, you know that it's broken. You don't have to take the whole thing apart. You just look at the arm and it's not there anymore. Well, there's your problem.
It will not hurt. Well, it moves side to side, but it barely moves side to
But
side.
can
And
it
it's not very
freestyle?
soft. I didn't find it had an impact. I forgot to mention that the camera on the edition that I have is the run cam.
Here's the problem. I'm not going to do any of these if they only come with HD. A lot of these Cinewhoops now are coming with only HD options, or the analog option is just a whatchamacallit. No, never mind. Most of them that I've seen, I think, for the most
Typical
part,
Nick,
the HD
running
ones,
40 degrees of camera tilt
I don't
on a
want to
Cinehoop,
touch
laughing face.
because I don't have
used
any
to
of
do
them.
receiver on ARM when the frames were so tiny they only fit double
HD
stack
zero, thank you.
20x20.
And
Draw.
boss.
I'm waiting for
Comes with
HD
an
Zero
XT60,
goggles.
but that
I want
might
to
be
use those.
specific to the version I have, which again is 6S. Not all 6S batteries in this size have XT60s or XT30s. It could be a mix and match. We've got a texturized,
Looks like a goggle
rubberized
fan
battery
on the
map,
back of that
a
camera.
GEP-RC 220mm, 15mm wide battery strap, which does seem pretty hardy. I did finally find out that this antenna is fairly specific to GEP-RC. It's one they made themselves, and I'm fairly interested being a micro guy. It's tiny, it's light, and it's still flexible. And it's called the Pino, I think. P-E-A-N-O. It's still left hand, so you can use your regular goggle antennas with it when it running this particular system. We do have a 3D print back here for our antenna mounts. We can put in some tubes. We can run some traditional wire antennas out the back as well. And we do have a 3D print between the motor and the carbon fiber as well, but it's pretty solid. I think that might be more
I
for
made some
color and
schnitches in the
interest
map.
than it is for
Some pics
soft
are in
mounting
your
motors.
messenger.
The camera protection up here
Also,
is
the
touted
top
at
side of the
70-75
crashed
aluminum,
ship
so
is
that should
open
be
at
pretty
one
hardy.
spot.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
What is your main career field?
Bro, this... Wait a minute. Can you get a significantly shorter one? Okay, you can. All right. The picture they have is only like the gigantic long antennas. I don't want that. My main career field, I guess, would be film. I don't know. I've never been asked that question that way.
And protect that valuable camera. And if you can't tell from the slots in it, you can move a camera back and forth if you were to get a different camera down the road.
Somebody mentioned it already, but yeah, Nick and
It does
his
come with a spare
camera
battery
angle.
The antenna tubes already mentioned, and the cap.
It's like nothing like some high-speed cinematic footage.
It does come with a shorter battery strap.
We'll call it
This one's
chase
only 200 millimeters.
footage.
Not quite certain what this 3D printed piece is
Dunno,
for. Maybe
looks
I'll
like
find some
medium-size
pictures of what that's
antenna
for.
to me. Most people would probably be happy with that size antenna.
Oh no, that is fine. That antenna there on the screen. What I was saying is the picture they put, it was a bit of a lie because they put like a really long antenna, and then, you know, when you go to the ad, it's actually for a significantly smaller antenna. It's like, don't lie about the size of your antenna, you know, because one day we're going to see your antenna. Like I'm going to see it, and when I see it, I'll know you're lying. So that's what I was getting at. Don't lie about the size of your antenna.
Out of the box, you get it, but
Just
I
be
don't know what it's
happy.
for. Extra
Be
set
proud
of props for the quad. Couple
of the
different
antenna that,
sizes and numbers
God
of
gave
extra
you.
screws. You get these little wiring harnesses that you can connect to your naked GoPro.
We're still talking about
on
RC
keys.
stuff, right?
You get soldering
Wait, what was
chain
that?
that is made of carbon fiber. You do get
What?
USB cable, 2 Allen keys, a GEP-RC keychain.
Stepping up the game. What? Actually, no. Now that I think about it more, I hate this. I want a sticker. Is there no sticker?
That is made of carbon fiber. You do get a diagram, wiring map, and soldering
Maybe
key,
that
you
time
might
the
call it,
antenna
for
was
the
cold.
GEP F722.
It could have been
Old
cold
one
when
that
they
I
took its
already
picture.
mentioned.
Or
If you wanted to see
they were
the
taking its
English side,
picture and
this
it
is
was
You
nervous.
also get this promotional card, and you also get this quick start guide, which is kind of big for me to get all on the camera shot at one time. And last but not least, 2 sheets of stickers.
GEP-RC stepping it up big time. You kidding me?
All on the camera shot at one time. And last but not
Carbon fiber
least, 2
keychain and stickers? What? Stepping it up big time over there at GEP-RC. I like
The
it.
carbon fiber top plate looks to be 3mm thick, and you can see in
thick
both
girl.
the front and the back they have added these little cross.
Oh, that's a better look at the arms. Oh, they are shorter in the front, aren't they? Well, kind of. I can't tell. Is there more frame? sticking out on the front? You know, like engulfing the arms? Or are the arms actually shorter? I guess it's kind of 6 one way, half a dozen the other, huh? That's an interesting looking frame, though. It kind of looks like a...
Jay got to do something with that leftover carbon.
Looks like... Oh, yeah, it's true. It's a good
224
good use of it.
grams. If I add my naked GoPro 9 as well as its power adapter, it weighs 274
Manual
and a quarter
and pin
grams.
layout
For the
should
slow
be mandatory
cruisy
on
flight,
all the
I
quads.
flew it on this
Yes,
6S
I agree.
It looks more like True
Tattoo
X,
R-Line
but with a
10.
little junk in the front.
Okay.
Yeah, front wider arms are short, but dimensions same as back.
Okay. That's yeah. It's like playing tricks on my eyes a little bit. Yeah, the little sheet with the pin out, so important. It really should be included on every. I hope that more companies start doing that. Because when you get just a flight controller, it's just in a box, it's just like a little clamshell box.
Whopping 452 grams.
And then
I also flew it on this 850 6S full send battery, but it didn't make the video.
Jeez.
And with that battery, it's 416 and almost a half grams. In the faster flight, I did use this G&B 650
Morning,
6S
people.
battery, and that with the naked GoPro, which I did not
What's
fly
happening?
with the naked GoPro in the faster flight, is 377 and a half grams. But if I remove the naked GoPro, site they say it's 127 millimeters motor quad, and I definitely approve of the color. We have our lights that go all the way around the quad, and I definitely
That's pretty. I
approve of
like
the
that.
color.
That's cool.
We have ourselves a beautiful day here. Barely, hardly any wind,
Yeah, you
at least
do.
for my area. It never gets completely 100% calm.
Jesus.
A little bit overcast.
A little
as
further
far
away
as
from the camera
sky.
there.
We'll get some cloud cover, and the sun will peek out from time to time as we
10
cruise through
50,
this first flight. Of course, this
8
is
minutes, 16
the
seconds.
primary time,
Damn.
and as I've printed on screen, I have a 6S 1050 battery, and it flew for 8 minutes and 16 seconds in this flight style.
That
with
is
the
impressive.
naked GoPro on top. We are actually watching the naked GoPro footage right here. Again, that's the naked GoPro 9.
Is my man out here just in his bathrobe?
Footage right here. Again, that's
Nick, are you wearing a bathrobe? You got your bathrobe and your slippers on?
We're actually watching the naked GoPro footage right here.
Maybe he just went for a
Again,
dip.
that's the naked GoPro 9. I
No,
know
wait, the
Flywheel,
pool's covered.
I think has the 10 and the 11 that's naked now. These cameras aren't cheap.
Nick
but
is
for
out
those
there
of you that
lounging.
Fly and get your shot and get one of those real scenic, nice, beautiful to look at places, and you want to share that with others. Naked GoPros are kind of the way,
Man's
aren't they?
living the
Especially
life.
if
Is
you're
this-
not carrying a
this is
large
HD.
5-inch sort of prop. I think
Is it me, or
there
did
are
YouTube
plenty of
just
3-inch
step all over the
signals
quality of
that
this?
do the job.
Or is that
Just
the
don't
bit rate on the...
quite
I don't
as
think it's the
long
bit
as
rate
the
on the camera. It's
brothers.
too
But
mushy.
flies
It looks
nice
like
and steady,
YouTube
real
just
jitters to
completely
speak
stomped
of,
on it.
real, flight characteristics
I'm on
in this sort of
1080p, it's
flight
just
style
not-
that I can call out and draw your attention to. I think there
Not
is
looking
in the
great.
faster flight one particular
That
flight
looks like YouTube,
characteristic
though.
that
Not, yeah, now
I
I'm
have
looking
to
at it. There's a
call
lot of,
out,
like,
and it's
random
very
artifacting
apparent
and
to
everything.
see it.
Looks
It's not
like some
horrible,
walk snail
horrible thing,
compression.
but it's definitely a flight difference that isn't quite the norm.
If Nick flew it for 8 minutes,
This was
you
the morning
probably get
after
25
the
minutes.
Infinity Loops
Easily.
live stream. By
I'm
the way,
black.
if you're not, this was the morning after the Infinity Loops live stream. By
That's
the
why
way,
he looks so tired in the beginning. Because he was up
If
late.
you're not familiar with Infinity Loops,
That's
I'll
funny.
put a link down to their channel down in the video description.
Oh, what a
They
nice
are
fella.
Also micro guys. You'll find everything
We
from
are.
trick tutorials, skits that are hilarious, and I love that sort of stuff. I hope they never stop doing skits and
Never.
ideas for other skits they can do, so I can enjoy that. Racing for micros, tiny whoops as well. Also do a lot of simulator stuff, so you can.
Dude, what
enjoy
an
new maps that are
advertisement.
made by
Jesus.
Others for the computer simulators that we use for FPV.
Well, thank you,
But
Nick.
I've gotten, 70% of the yard done. I ran out of
Good
gas,
grief.
and it got dark. And then this is the morning before I got started again. You can see I'm wearing a jacket over there underneath the pergola.
Oh, it's a
I still
jacket.
have shorts on, but the
I'm
jacket
glad you
is
clarified,
on.
because it 1000% looks like you are lounging in a bathrobe. Because your shorts match the color of the jacket, I think. So it looks like a bathrobe's kind of draped over the top of your legs
Heck
there.
yeah, man. I just watched this video and Nick told me to come here.
Oh,
So here I am.
that's funny.
Long
Well, welcome.
weekend, I did get a few
We were
flights.
just
I
watching
did
this
not
because
pass up
I was
this
just
time
flying in the
of
sim and somebody told me he just
warmer
posted a
than
video,
normal.
so I
At least
figured
think
I would
it was warmer than normal. And the
check out
winds were
the
just so low,
Sinbad.
and we did have some sun out, so I wanted to make sure I got this thing out and gave the batteries a try. I think at this time I ran through
God, their
all of the
backyard really
batteries that I have with
transformed.
6S, doing the
It looks
slow
really good.
cruising
I like that.
And
like what they did back
probably
there.
Should stick with the biggest one because with the bigger one, it'll be able to put up with more winds. And because we've
I'm
got
looking
no
to
shot
get into
at getting under
wolves.
250 grams,
Love your
that's not an
videos.
issue.
Oh, thank you.
Looking
If
not
you're
for
gonna go
crazy
out flying
speed
trying
but
to get your shot,
durability
it
and
seems to me
indoor
that you wanna
freestyle.
use a bigger battery.
Was thinking mob thick video you posted. What you think?
The Mob Thick, that build, I've put that thing through hell on purpose, like trying to break it to try to find the weak spots on it. I think I got it just about as best I can get it for me, for my personal liking. With the things that are on the market right now, I'm always trying new stuff to see if I can improve it a little better. I think the most recent Mob Thick, though, the V3, is probably the most durable whoop that I fly regularly, I'd say. Highly suggest it. And if you don't feel like putting it all together, doing all the soldering and everything, you can go to Fractal Engineering. Their website costs a little more, but hear me out. He does all the building for you and does real quality control. Like, makes sure that everything's working. And if nothing is wrong, you get it sent to you in the mail pretty quickly, considering it's coming from another country. And he does a really good job on the quality control. Like, really good job. I trust him looking over my quads as much as I trust myself.
Flying, you know, hitting the throttle.
Can't really say that about some of these other companies, though,
Okay,
that
this
put out
is a different
binding
day.
flies.
I believe this is Monday of this week.
What
I did
camera
the
is
faster
this?
flights over my extended lunch, and I'm running that GNB 650 milliamp battery on this. Use
Woo!
a smaller battery so I can be more agile.
Poppy.
I can move a little bit quicker.
Damn, that flight time difference. Woo! I mean, it's a smaller battery, but you
The flight
5
time
minutes
overall
shorter.
won't be as long, but as you can see there on the screen,
Yeah,
I
he's
still
gonna be
have
dogging
it.
24 seconds
Where does he
on
ship
that
from?
little 650
He ships
Long to get to the
from
US.
Taiwan.
At the top of those punch outs, you might want to go back and watch that again. There's a little bit of a
He ships
wiggle,
from
almost.
Taiwan to me, and I'm in Maryland on the East Coast. He gets it to me in like a week and a half, 2 weeks usually, like average. Whereas any other product that I get from China is usually about a month to get, like 3 weeks to a month.
Good evening.
So he does it
I just
roughly
bought
half the
my
time.
first Fractal
Almost
65
like the
frame.
idle
Nice.
set
Cam
a
is the
little
best
bit
to
too
use.
low, or we
I
might
would
need to
use
tighten up
the
bit too, or
Razor
need some
Pico,
throttle,
Foxier Razor Pico,
attenuation on the
or
Pico. I'm not
the
certain.
Runcam Nano 3.
It's not
If you want to
often
make
that
it
we see
light,
that
use the
sort of
Runcam
thing
Nano
outside
3.
of this form
If you want,
factor, and I
in
am
my
really
opinion,
close
better
to
picture,
the
use the Foxier Pico Razor.
I'm making
It takes
some
2 weeks
suggestions
for all
without
my
kind of any
Fractal
knowledge.
orders
Now,
to
this
get
is
to
the goggle
SoCal.
view, or at least the goggle DVR.
That's not bad.
And I wanted
2
to
weeks
make
to
sure that I
SoCal is
called
actually
that
pretty
out,
good
so you
from
don't get
Taiwan.
confused between the GoPro footage that we watched previously. That's not what you see in the goggles. That's what you get on your recorded camera, and then you put it into your computer, of course.
Thanks.
As you wish.
No problem.
This is what we get out of the
God, he is
DJI goggles.
ripping on this thing.
Not the new
Jeez.
slim line DJI goggles.
Ooh.
Whoa, that was a really good one there. That wobble.
Yeah, what was
New
that?
Slim line DJI goggles. Whoa, that was a really good one there. That wobble almost shook. It was like it was trying to hold its position,
Yeah.
but it just couldn't quite do it. Maybe we just needed a little bit more eye.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It looks like the pid loop's a little
yaw wiggle in there too.
angry.
Dang that I turn winding right up.
I'm sure there'll be some people down in the comment section that will have some great ideas. I know there are some really good
Yeah.
tuners that come by, and they always amaze me by what they can pick up with just video, because when it comes to pid tuning, I've got to get my hands on the sticks and fly it. When I look at a quad, I can make some guesstimations, but I find the rest of you that make those guesstimations are much better at just watching video and making suggestions.
It's pretty
about
locked otherwise.
tuning
It's not
changes.
bad
And
considering
I
it's 6S.
really, I really feel like I'm out in left field and I'm making a guess as far as what we should do. But we've got those sliders, shouldn't take too many adjustments in order to get that. And you can see I do that same sort of maneuver a couple of times. It does a real nice job of getting 100% and getting up in the air, but it's just when you're at zero throttle and it's just kind of floating up there in the air, it kind of just wants to shake around. And again, there's not much wind. So that can't be the wind necessarily blowing it around. That's got to be something with our pid tune. Could be the aerodynamics as well, but
Could be.
make sure I call that out. Otherwise, it flies really nicely.
I guess there's always the possibility, but yeah, it probably
has
has to be.
75 millimeters vs 65 millimeters. What's your
I'm a
thoughts?
micro guy, and
And
I
is
guess I'm
BT
slow to come around
2.0
to
still the
6S.
better option?
It just feels like I have too
So,
much extra
the
weight.
I needs to be turned
And
up or
with
down.
6S in my small
Yeah,
space,
yeah, and
how I
there
like to
it's
fly,
probably
it does feel
needs
like
to be
I-
turned down if I had to guess, but I feel like if anything they overcompensated. To answer your question, 75 versus 65. For freestyle, I prefer... How did that happen? I prefer 75. That ain't it. Forward. Nope. Starting over. I prefer 75 millimeter for freestyle. And as far as BT 2.0 versus PH 2.0, if you are freestyling, I haven't been able to notice a big difference enough to where I would justify changing out your whole fleet, all your pigtails, and changing out all your batteries. I wouldn't go out of your way to do that. If you already have PH 2.0 and all you plan on doing is freestyling, don't think you're going to notice a big difference. Now, if you're racing, well, you're on your throttle a lot more, and you're pulling juice out of that battery constantly. Whereas with freestyle, you're kind of up and down on your throttle. Sometimes you're using very little. Sometimes you're using quite a bit. But it's never in long periods of time, unless you're Nick, when you're freestyling, that you're going to use a lot of throttle. Usually you use very little. So I haven't been able to notice that difference. But if you're racing a whoop and you're using BT 2.0, you will notice near the end of that pack, you're not going to get the same kind of drop-off that you would get with a PH 2.0 where it tapers off. You're going to get power, nothing. Whereas with a PH 2.0, you get like slow depletion of power. BT 2.0 kind of hold it all the way till the end and then drop off. So as far as for freestyle, though, it's not that I haven't been able to notice a difference. I just don't think it's worth spending the money and changing everything over for it is all.
So if you're like me,
that's just my opinion.
New version with extra openings and extra floor for some split S is in your messenger, sir.
Oh, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Sweet.
I would look at this from a 4S standpoint. I think you'll be more pleased. But if you like that extra feeling of the weight,
thanks, bro.
More voltage,
for sure,
so that your flights will last longer,
absolutely.
6S is probably going to be the way to go. But I thought it flew really well outside of that punch that I was doing repeatedly in the flight.
Yeah.
We've got so much time.
He can get it to replicate, so it's definitely not the wind.
It held its lines pretty well as far as doing flips and rolls. When you snap to them, they snap into place.
Could, I guess, still be aerodynamic.
Anything like that.
Maybe.
So overall, the tune works out pretty good.
I guess you always got to leave the room for the possibility. Do you have red Chucks on?
Overall, the tune works out pretty good.
Oh, no, okay. They're not Chucks.
Here we go. I've got my business shoes on, my red business shoes, and my gray business shirt, and our flight is over. Let's go back to the desk and cover a few more details. So I was a little bit concerned about how kind of rigid this platform is. It does have the dampening vertically. It just doesn't give as much as other platforms that I've seen. And you can see, like, on the Axis Flying one, it's constructed very similar in that it's got these bolts that go through. They had a 3D print, like, gasket on theirs, and that might have helped it move around. But again, I guess if you got banged up a little bit, then maybe you might need a little bit more vibration dampening. It didn't. It does not come pretty dead simple. You only have to put in the screws. You don't have to worry about holding a nut underneath and then screwing it in. The screw is embedded into the carbon fiber. It's like a compression fit.
Seeing the quality control past sticker on the arm right there, still it makes me laugh when I see those. Still,
two, not a third. Something else that I thought was.
Do you know how many whoops and binding flies I've gotten that don't work when I take them out of the box and I have to do something to them, and it has a quality control pass sticker on it? So frustrating.
The thing is, they actually have the battery straps to build this particular quad, and you wanted to run your battery in the traditional manner, but that seems like it would be a very short battery because of this platform. But maybe you take the platform off because you have no intentions of running it with an external HD camera.
Oh, very nice.
Let me know, please, what you think about the changes I made.
I will, brother. I'll fly in it again tonight, so I'll let you know.
I don't know who came up with that, but it was not me. I can't take credit for it. I just think it's a
quality of trust.
It's a good term
quality
because
of
I think
trust
most of us,
trust me,
the world, our
it's quality.
The water tanks in the back of our toilets are kind of constructed the same.
Oh, I meant to ask him about this, if he came up with that term, toilet tank, or not. Thank you again, Boner. Take it easy, brother.
I just think it's a good term because I think most.
Did he come up with that term though? I meant to ask him that.
Toilet tanking is what I call it. I don't know who came up with that, but it was not me. I can't take credit for it.
Okay, he says it wasn't him.
It's a good term because I think most of us.
I forgot to ask him that on the podcast.
I
meant to ask him
that.
Toilet tanks, the water tanks
Tommy
in the back
boy,
of our toilets
guaranteed
are
POO in a box.
Later, as far as I know. but I'm not a world traveler. But it makes a lot of
This
sense to
Dux
me.
is
So the toilet
definitely more
tanking, and I
robust
like
than
how
Cinelog 30.
that toilet tanking feels, especially on
Just
a
considering he was,
bottom-mounted quad,
like,
on the
slamming
roll
it into his
axis,
hand there
just
in the
feels
beginning.
a little bit more normal or tighter. You see on their standoffs, they've actually done a little bit of etching. I don't know if that's a stylistic thing, but they've done the same thing in their smaller standoffs. The standoff does go all the way through the frame to make it rigid down here.
I wonder
so
why
it's
they
going
did.
up
That's like
against
just
the
extra
carbon fiber.
machining
And
for no
also,
reason.
it was pretty interesting to me that how close they got the carbon fiber to the actual frame. It's very, very close. So that,
Yeah, it is.
you know, if it were to flex, that carbon fiber were to
Fixed some
provide some
internet and
additional
got
rigidity,
pizza.
not just in where it's screwed
Oh,
down,
hell yeah.
but actually the lack of movement.
Fixing
or
somebody's
ability to
internet and getting
move
free pizza?
in these
Nothing wrong with that.
spaces that we typically have gap between our frame and our carbon fiber. They've got little nubbins down here, so when we land, we're not landing on our screws, we're not landing on our base plate. There's, I guess, potential if you come in with really hard landings, those could break. Although, again, I was flying it with big, heavy batteries, and my landings aren't always so graceful. I didn't have any troubles over the course of about 5 days flying.
Yeah, it's got some little.
this
Those look
quad.
like TPU. No, that's injection molded little plastic bits, little nubbies that stick down there to help you land on.
Excuse me.
Kind of nice.
I didn't do extensive crash testing on this, and I know some of you will look at me and go, "Well, what's the story?" You know, because I tend to get maybe too far with the testing side of things. But at the very least, this frame that they have is going to be much more rigid than the old one. Now, rigid doesn't necessarily mean durable, but you know, I can bang it on this table. And it doesn't feel like it's even close to trying to snap.
Camera's shaking all over
And
the
I kind
place.
of like it, so I don't want to smack it into the chimney like I did that other whoop. But they said theirs was indestructible.
That's true. They
People
did say
seem
that.
touting that, so they get a pass. And that light. that
Nick's
they've
like
got
me.
down here-
Nick's exactly like me. Like the other day when I saw that Bubby was in the comments saying that his new motors will run a 40 millimeter prop no problem, I was like, well, now I got to test it. Now that you said it. Same with T-Motor. T-Motor put out these M0802 motors, and in their ad, it's still on their website. It says flies like a 5-inch. Did you know that this motor will replicate the experience
Run
of flying a
65
5-inch?
millimeters.
Did you know that? Bam. Now you do.
Here, I really like that. My neighbor, Lamar, I may not have said his name on the channel.
Doxed his
before.
neighbor.
He's into RC trains or model trains.
Flies
He's got
like a
big train set in
5-inch
his
that's
basement,
taken a
which
cold
I may
shower.
bring to the channel
Yes,
one day
a
when
very
he's all
cold
set up
shower.
and ready for that sort of thing. He saw me flying this, and he was like, "Does that have lights on it?" He was very keen on the lights, and that was during the day. So if you're in a car park,
Everybody
or something
loves
of
the
that
lights.
nature that's, you know, lower light or dark, or maybe you're just outside underneath street lights, I think someone's going to be able to see those lights, especially if you're doing chases, and that might be kind of cool. I called out that
would be
wire,
kinda
and
cool.
that's because when I separated the two halves,
I
that
think
is
you have
the
to put in
wire
5
bundle
props
that
on
goes
those
to the camera.
802s,
I should have done a
then
better
it'll
job of
fly
tucking
like a
that back
5.
inside. But I-
Hello, my
While
friend.
we're down
That's
here,
probably what it
they
is.
Does
do
it
have
fly
these
like
little
a 5
sleeves
or a
that they've
gimmick?
used to protect the motor wires. I don't really think in this case it's actually going to be protecting the motor wires from the props actually striking on it. It's possible, I guess. There's a lot of scenarios out there in the world, right? I think they're just using that to keep the motor wires, you know, in place. Whereas, you know, typically on a quad, we would see some of my favorite motor wire tape, excuse me. In this case, they just use these little sleeves that have the stickiness on the backside.
Man, that bad boy is
Which you
expensive.
can pick those up. I've seen
$275
those
for the
sell some of
analog
our other
version.
Quad shops. Also, I didn't call it out, but there is a capacitor right down here. So when you disassemble your halves, you do need to be considerate of that capacitor, making sure you're not knocking it off or shifting the capacitor. But tolerance, the distance between where the capacitor, that really does help give it some more rigidity. Typically, we see that in unprotected propped frames. You know, we don't see the protection, so you might have a motor strike. But in this particular case, they went ahead and firmed those up, and it's a relatively thick arm out here.
It is, yeah. It's
The
got a
back
little
isn't
extra
as
support
thick,
too.
and I've kind of covered up some of the nicety of the etching that
Run
they've got
some
back here.
Gemfan
I think it said
65
Simbot 30
millimeters
underneath
push
there,
on
and
props
we can
on
see the
Bubby's
GFRC
motors.
logo on this particular arm. So nice little
Some
touches on
65
some smooth
millimeter
carbon.
props?
Also, the screws up top.
Well,
nice job thinking about, you know.
He did say that they would be a great fit for the Babito, which I do own a Babito. I do have it. It's around. There's a little bit here. There's a little bit there. But I have one. I have a whole one. It's just not whole at the moment. But I might try them on my not completely whole Babito.
You know where the batteries.
I don't know that they're going to fly very far, but I will try it.
Flush, so you don't have to be concerned about hunkering down your battery and then ending up with a dent or damage to your battery because screw heads popped up.
Oh, you mean like on the Babito frame? Funny, we were just talking about that. Bent all of my batteries that I flew on that frame because it does just that.
The screws aren't recessed right here in the center, but they are recessed. For the most part, they're not recessed as well. Like these are like really flat down here, but I can still feel these out here, and obviously these are a different head, so I can definitely feel those. But I keep bumping the camera. I apologize for that. So GepRC, they always do some nice touches. Whether you enjoy their products or not, I'm not certain, but these are details that I think I appreciate when I look at a quad and some of its finer points. And while we're looking here at the bottom, we can see some more compression nuts. They just kind of shove those into the carbon fiber. They probably use a tool of some sort and crimp those in, and then that way the right size for that. Oh, while we're looking here, you got some additional nice little branding and touches here. It says GepRC.
I was going to say, they do a lot of little gimmicky stuff that I feel like they're spending probably a lot of money on.
I ram some 65 millimeters on some 0803 TW motors. You should make a diss track.
Like in the HD,
22K.
I should make a diss track? To who? To Bubby? Make a diss track for like a 16-year-old?
With the Link version and the RunCam WAS camera with Express LRS comes in at $396.99. Of course, they have a naked GoPro 8 from GepRC that's available if you choose to go that route. Let's see what the 4S version is going to cost. Same. $396.99. If you get the plug-and-play version, which is actually what I got,
to Bubby
it's
for sure,
$379.99. So not a whole lot of a price difference. Oh, and I did a little bit more digging, and there are a couple other versions. There is a Waxnail version, which the price varies from $389 to $424, depending upon your options there. The analog version is, of course, going to be your cheapest version. It's also going to be the lightest version, if that's an issue. Is $259.99 up to $294. The version I have here, we've already done the pricing, but they also have a version with the Nebula Pro camera, which I think will be temporary because
I was going to say, the motors are running like that guy liner, girl.
I think I don't know, maybe Caddx can continue to make the Nebula Pro for a long time. I don't know. I just thought with that whole DJI relationship, there might be an issue there.
Just from this freeze frame, there's so much stuff that they did that didn't need to be done that I feel like they're wasting money on. There's so much like little machining that it's cool. It's cool, but like, who's paying for this? Who are we paying for it on our end? For them to like add these little etchings in here and add the little etchings into the screw heads, add the little etching, like he said, into the back of the carbon fiber. Doing all this little like gimmicky crap. It costs money to do that, right?
At any rate, the Nebula Pro camera version comes in at $389.99 up to $424.99.
Okay. I think that's pretty much the end of this one.
Actually, just
give her a thumbs up.
Okay.
Yeah. The analog version is $280. Wowzers. That is pretty expensive.
My wife thought Drew was, quote, pretty.
Yeah, I feel like most women would find Drew pretty. Yeah. My wife thinks I'm handsome. I'll take that. Gentlemen should be handsome. I don't know if I'd want a woman calling me pretty. No, actually, I do know. I would not want a woman calling me pretty. I am 100% positive that is not a word I would like associated with me. Thank you.
LOL. 100%.
There was just a dead ass spider sitting next to me this whole time. It was just right there on the desk. Tiny little spider. He's just dead. I don't know where that little fella came from. He's been there for a while though. just laying there dead, all curled up.
OSCU FPVE professional, your FPV professional.
Excuse me? Oh, is that Brazilian?
I do think Drew can
Somebody
be
translate?
rad though. I'm crude like oil.
Oh, I like that. I'm crude like oil. That's good. I like that.
Drew got them bitch tits going.
I do think Drew can be rad, though. I would ask if you could provide a time when you think, like an example, but you'd probably just tell me I don't get to know. just taking shots at Drew, sorry. That would be a good bar in a diss track. And be like, I'd tell you all the reasons, but you don't get to know. I don't know what it would go with. Would have to find more words to rhyme with it.
I feel like Drew's
Not exactly a
down by
wordsmith.
Rotor Riot, used to enjoy his stuff, but now I feel like he's just a corporate dude. I just like his FPV video. He dove an explosion.
He dove an explosion? That's pretty wicked. That's pretty wicked.
Not personality.
I just like his FPV video, not his personality. Yeah, I could take or leave his personality. I don't, whatever. I've never met him, so I'm just going off of what he puts out on the internet.
Dove my own butt when I farted once.
Dove my own butt when I farted once.
Nothing better than a fart.
Nothing better than a fart.
Except kids falling off bikes, maybe. Fuck, I could watch kids fall off bikes all day. I don't give a shit about you, kid.
I agree, he's corporate now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a little unfortunate, but it happens. I guess you got to go where the wind takes you. Or you could, like what I was talking about earlier, where I like to fly into the wind. You could do that too. You could go the other direction. Kind of up to you. One way is a lot harder than the other, I guess. So pick the road that's simpler if you'd like.
And RR frames are 2028.
Yeah.
2018.
Everything that everything micro-wise that they've released so far feels dishonest, and it's probably just me.
Well in the wind though.
But I don't know. It feels kind of dishonest. That's why I've been buying the things, because I'm curious. Like I'm answering my own curiosity about Rotor Riot's micro products, because they're kind of trying to dive into the micro marketplace a little bit, and it's not that I don't want to say I'm gatekeeping, but I'm kind of just trying to stop crap from popping off and becoming popular. If it's crap, it should be called crap. Just because a person made it who's got a famous name or whatever, or a good personality, doesn't mean you have to support their product.
Did you
if the product
discuss
sucks,
Bubby's new micro motors?
get them out of here. You know what I mean?
Did you like the ordinary frame or Bubito frame better?
Did I discuss Bubby's new motors? We have discussed them several times. I have a pair set on the way that should be here tomorrow or the day after, I believe. So we will be reporting in on those whenever they come in. Did you like the ordinary frame or Bubito frame better?
Clean up the trash in the river so we all can enjoy it.
Exactly. That's a
Good
good
to
way
know.
to look at it. The ordinary frame or Bubito frame? What's the ordinary frame? Do you mean the regular iFlight Baby Nazgul frame? That the Bubito
Ordinato asterisk.
Oh, the Odonata. That's what you mean. The Odonata frame. I prefer the Odonata.
Odonata.
I'm still flying the Odonata, actually. My Bubito, I have a picture of my Bubito. Would you like to see it? I just put a picture of it in our Discord the other day. Our Discord, by the way, you can join. There's a link down below. If you ever have any questions or anything like that you want answered fairly quickly, I would always suggest our Discord, because if you don't get one of us to answer your question, likely there is somebody else in there that can also answer your question. So It is a helpful little resource and a fun little spot to shoot the shit and do some memeing if you'd like. So we do have the Babito.
If a grown man asks if you want to see his bubito, run. Trash talk allowed, lol.
So this is my Babito right here. This is a picture that I took 2 days ago. So this is a fairly up-to-date photo. If you'll notice, the bottom plate here has been separated from the rest of the bottom plate here. The post screw is in the right place, or the flight controller screw is in the right place. These post screws, however, these need to be not where they are. We also could use a new set of props.
Constructive criticism here.
This is
the front fell off.
This is deconstructive
She's a bit knackered.
criticism, I think we would call this. This is more deconstruction.
Hot
so
glue.
we could use some props. A new set of props would be good. These are a little banged up. So here's one of my biggest issues. You can still tell. Do you see how thin this TPU is right here on the bottom? Do you notice how this is thinner than the height of the screw head? Which means when you put a battery in this, the TPU is pulling it down while the screw heads on each end are pushing it up. So your batteries all come out of the holder like this. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. You can see where the props had been smacking up against. This actually looks like cuts in this photo. That's kind of crazy. They're not actually cuts. This is just plastic that got left behind. It just kind of looks. It kind of looks like a cut in that photo. I guess the light caught it good, but that's just from the props smacking into it because the props touch the standoffs. So you got to be careful of that. Yeah, it's a mess, but we're gonna try those new motors on it. On this, well, it should be good. It should fly pretty well. I'm excited. Looking forward to it. I also have to refocus this camera. Wait.
Have you seen White Fox flying the baby turtle?
Where's the camera now?
Lake of 5.
Yeah, I guess we'll figure that out. Yeah. Anyways, I got to refocus the camera, but then it's ready to go. It's good to fly, I think. I think it should be good to go. Just some hot glue here and there. A little elbow grease. It should be fine. It should be fine. Have you seen White Fox flying the baby turtle? I have not. I do have a baby turtle upstairs. Not like a real baby turtle, but the frame. I have it built.
Countersunk screw may be a good decision.
I decided I'm not going to do a video on the baby turtle. So that build
I
will
pre-ordered the
just
Walksnail
sit.
receiver deal. Are there any micros that would be good with that HD stuff?
I'm sure, yeah. I'm sure there's plenty that would be. I am not sure
Countersunk CNC
exactly
hole
which
costs
ones yet.
0,1
I haven't played
CNT
around with any
more.
of that
No,
HD
can't
stuff
do.
yet. So there is that. It does look interesting though. I do think that Walksnail system could be interesting. I have not seen White Fox flying the baby turtle.
Sure,
Does
but
White
have
Fox?
you seen Brown Wolf driving the infant terrapin?
Is it White Fox FPV? Are they on YouTube? Are they a mystery? All I get is FPV bits. I don't think this is the same person. This is not the same person. Yeah. How do I find that person?
Insta.
Man, I gotta get something to block that sun. For God's sakes. It was right in my eyeball. Oh, Clown? Clown just snuck in here? When did you get in here? Clown just chiming in? Oh, gosh. Alright. Oh, I don't know if you guys saw. Today, starting today, after
Heads, you
stream.
look angelic with the white hair and sun beaming, laughing face.
Yeah, it's just blowing
I was
this
here
whole
at
side
the
of my
very
face
start
out.
Of the stream.
Oh. Were you typing? Did I just completely miss you talking in chat? I swear I haven't seen you in here all morning. My bad.
Unfortunately, your Friday stream coincides with the school run.
Ah, I see. All good. I get it. What were we talking about? Oh, yeah. All of the episodes of In the Loops I'm putting on
Clown
Spotify
has always been here.
and
it's
Anchor.
Us that he awaits.
I'm doing both of those platforms because, one, I prefer listening to long-form like interview stuff like that. I prefer listening to it. I don't so much like watching it. I don't want to like sit down at my computer and put on a podcast. I like to put a podcast on my phone and then go do stuff, you know? But listening to it on your phone on YouTube, unless you have YouTube Red, which I ain't giving YouTube any of my money. And I don't suggest you do it either. But with Spotify, you can lock the screen. With Anchor, it's audio only. You can lock the screen. So if you have Spotify or Anchor, the 3 episodes that exist already will be up. I think two episodes are already up. One's still uploading. It's going to take a while. It's the Nick Burns episode. It's like almost 3 hours long. So that'll take a little bit. But those will be available there, as well as still on YouTube. We'll still do them on YouTube. The live stream will still happen on YouTube. They'll still be hosted on YouTube. I just wanted some options for if you wanted to listen to it and lock the phone. I noticed after the second episode with Eve, I was re-listening to it the next day, and I was like, man, I'm like killing my phone battery doing this. And I started thinking about it, and then my wife said something. She was like, I was listening to this podcast on Anchor. And I was like, what the hell is Anchor? And then I figured all that out. So I signed us up for all that stuff. That's all working. The last episode is just taking a little while to upload, but it should be up shortly. The other thing is, if you are getting anything from WeBleedFPV.com, you can now use the link WeBleedFPV.com/Infinity Loops, and that will bring you to our affiliate page, where anything you order after that doesn't cost you anything extra, but it does help the channel out. We get a little something back from it. So if you want to use that, that is in the description down below in the affiliate links now. And it should be for any future We Bleed FPV products you may need.
And your other streams coincide with sleep in the UK.
Oh, boo.
Happy model Elvers F4 or X12 for FC.
This is good information, though, Clown. This is
agree.
information I need.
If you have an Android phone,
So what you're saying
get YouTube
is...
Advanced wink wink wink. Use new Pipe app.
I need...
I can lock screen with YouTube and continue listening. No ads. Yeah, no ads. So glad I did that.
Okay. Well, for the people that want to listen to it, that aren't dirty little pirates like you folks, blocking ads and such, they can now do it on Spotify and Anchor. But if you want to wink wink, go get some stuff from the Wink Wink Play Store that'll make that go away.
Oh, I am down for the podcast.
That is possible.
Daylight savings put the other stream to 3:30 middle of the night. I watch YouTube on my TV. Phone is too small for my old eyes. I pay for that block LOL.
Oh, you pay for it? Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, Robert, I agree. Actually, I prefer watching things on my computer monitors just because watching things on the phone anyways is kind of lackluster.
Which was doable for early wakers.
Doesn't have the same oomph to it when you watch it on a big screen with the cans on and everything. I do want to adjust some stream times though, so it is good to know what schedules work best for people, because we have a lot of night streams right now.
Open source APK,
we have
I'm correct.
Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday are all night streams. And one of those can definitely switch to a morning. So I'll play around with the schedule a little bit. God, it's getting brighter. I feel like the police are at the back window with one of their old searchlights. It's so bright.
Which is morning for the other side of the
Open
planet.
source APK, if I'm correct. Okay, so that probably isn't on the Play Store then. You probably have to get that through a browser. Which is morning for the other side of the planet. Yeah, exactly. So I want to try to get some balance there, because I know obviously not all of our viewers are going to be from the States.
I used Vance YT while you stream at night, and I'm working day shift.
Oh, okay, nice. Vance YT.
I thought you were a vampire, but you're not burning up, so I guess not.
Or I just put a spotlight on me to make it look like the sun's rising, and I actually am a vampire.
It's cloudy and
These
raining here in Kansas.
These little sharp teeth are just a dead giveaway. Cloudy and raining here in Kansas.
UV window.
What's the normal kind of like average weather for Kansas? Is it normally kind of dreary there? Like rainy,
Double
stormy?
triple bluff, hey? Clever vamp.
Always thinking, Mr. Clown. Always thinking. UV window.
The Uber ring light.
What's up there right now? I have a, you know, like Rubbermaid, Tupperware, Rubbermaid containers you can store like big shit in, the big ones. Like I have one of the opaque lids. It's opaque. It's like you can't see through it. It's solid. That's what's in front of the window, and that's the amount of light coming through that. If I took that down, my whole face just gets blown out with white. That went up. I put that up because my son used to do homeschooling from here during the pandemic, and his little head, when I put him in front of the camera, it was like a white suit, like just a white green, you know, the green man suit, you know, like these things. It was like this, but it was just white. You just couldn't see his face at all. This is the best Halloween costume, by the way, for a stream. You just chroma key that. You put whatever you want. You could be anybody you wanted. Any famous pilot out there. You want to be Ladrube or Booby? You could be any of them. All right, fellas. Are we all done here? I gotta go redo the grout in my shower. I got so much crap to do today. What do we have? Tomorrow night we have Saturday night stream. We'll be here probably around 9:30 tomorrow. And we'll be flying the new BonerFPV map, the Quads in Space 3. Be an open lobby if you guys want to jump in. It should be the edited version, the new version that he just sent over. We'll be here for that tomorrow night. And then we got a couple videos dropping this coming week. I should have some new product videos coming out, like the M0802s from T-Motor. That video should be done shortly. We have the new Jumper V2 is coming. Jumper was kind enough to reach out and send one, which was very nice of them. So I'll check that out when it comes in. And I'm not pulling any punches. I already told them too. If you send me something, I'm not gonna lie. So if it's bad, don't be mad. if it's bad, be mad at yourself. Okay? But yeah, tune in tomorrow night. If you're around, we'll be here, and look forward to the other stuff. Join us on Discord if you want to shoot the shiz in between streams. Like I said, Spotify and Anchor. I believe Anchor you'll probably be able to get now. Spotify, it's going to take a little while for the videos to render, but they're available on Anchor now if you want to just listen and lock your phone and you're not one of them dirty little pirates stealing stuff.
You only need to pinch the wife's eyeliner to be old driblet. We get all the seasons.
I'm going to.
Fairly windy quite a bit.
Don't you worry.
Fly whoops outside in 15 to 20 miles per hour.
My man.
A lot. Have a good day.
Yes,
Going Dota
fly into the
after
wind.
This. Freestyle contest.
Going
Winky
Dota
face.
after this?
Have a good one, y'all.
Dota. Old school. Do it up. All right, boys. Have yourselves a good Friday. Enjoy the tippy top of your weekend. And we will see you tomorrow night for more shenanigans. Holler at your boy. Goodbye.